What's up guys, it's Roger and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be covering a Blink map guide for Midtown. Now I'm sorry I haven't done a Blink map guide in a hot minute, but I know some of you do really like this series, so I'm trying to get back into it and we're going to start with Midtown. This was last weekend's Trials map, and I found some pretty fun stuff that I'm excited to show you guys. And as always, we're going to start with our spawn blinks, so let's go ahead and hop into it. As always, starting here on A side, we're going to go from the left to the right for our starts. Now on our first start, we're going to take a far blink, so as far as we can, and then follow that up with a second far blink, and that's going to take us right on top of the A site. Pretty simple, you can go wherever you want after that one. In our second start here, we're going to take a far blink, wait a little bit, and then take a second far blink right on top of this little canopy part, and that's going to let us aim down here where a lot of snipers and other pulsar rifle players will sit, so be careful and be ready to fight. Coming into our third start, we're going to come here, take a blink right in this corner, wait a second, and then take a late blink up here, and that's going to let you face down mid lane here. Again, be careful and be ready to fight because this is a contested lane. And our last start here, we're going to be coming around the corner, take a nice blink right through that little crack. I like to throw a rip down when I get in here and just take some long peeks, but you can keep pushing forward if you'd like to. Flipping over to C side, we're going to go from left to right just like we did on A. So we're going to blink forward, go around this corner here, get to the top of the stairs, and then take a late blink. That's going to take us to top tunnel. Now, if we want to, we can take a long range fights here, or if we'd like to, we can drop down and peek down a hallway there with B site. Coming into our second start, we're just going to go forward over a little statue here, come to our left a little bit, and head straight towards mid. Now, just like the other side, when you get towards mid, this is highly contested, so be very careful and be ready to fight. Simplest start here, straight to C flag. We're going to blink forward. As soon as we land, jump again and blink, and that's going to take you straight on top of the flag. Pretty simple, go wherever you want after that. As for our last start, we're going to blink forward, aiming to the right a little bit, take one more blink forward as far as you can go, and get behind this cart and take some ranged battles on the outside here. Just be careful not to die. Done with spawn flags now, we're going to come to some extra stuff. So, starting out here, outside, people love to take this long peek down this lane. I do as well. And now, behind me, I'm going to show you there's these sandbags, and you can do a blink pop-up float off these and get some serious airtime and do some cool stuff. You want to hit this top sandbag, and you're going to jump right before this little shadow under my feet that I'm going to show you. Now, if you don't know what a blink pop-up float is, I'm going to link a video down in the description and in the end screen so you can see that. So what's great about this part is you can do this little blink pop-up float and then throw your grenade and take this aim. If you had a sniper out and you're a really good player, you could take some crazy shots while you're mid-air like that. But see, like that, you can get a little distance up in the air and then throw your Axion bolt, which is what I have on and I would recommend if you're using this technique, and then just start taking your shots. The Axion bolt will chase. They'll be so surprised because they won't expect a blink warlock to just be zooming out in the fucking air like that, and then you're just going off, going crazy. You're going to want to aim for that top sandbag, and as long as you do that, you should be pretty successful. But as you can see here, sometimes you only go a little bit into the air, so other times you fly up. You never know. Right there, I did a backwards one on accident, and I was like, oh shit. So I had to show you guys that. And you can do a blink pop-up slam just like that, so be careful not to slam yourself. You want to make sure you get a float, but you can get really high just like that one, get an Axion down, and then start taking shots, and do an amazing start to a round. If you're on trials, at least. An amazing start to a match if you're on control. So this is the last one I have for you guys, but yeah, you can see, I would definitely recommend trying this out and learning it for yourself because it's an amazing spot. Coming up next, if you run yourself straight out of A site, you can come to these stairs, and the top and the bottom can have a very nice blink pop-up float as well. So, on these bottom ones, you can take a peek into here by using a little float. So I'm going to show you that really quick. So you take your little jump, do your blink, and there's a nice little float for you. Now, there's a lot of stuff above you, a lot of lights and things, so you'll probably hit your head a lot, but you can get some pretty nice ones and come from an angle that the enemies might not expect you. At the very least, you might be even be able just to use this for kind of scouting out the area and then running back. This is the next one, the top part right here, and what you're going to want to do is run straight forward, blink into it, and it shoots you up right here, and you get a nice little peek on this, and you come from a really unexpected angle that the enemies would just be so surprised by, and you could probably get some free shots on them before they could even shoot at you and win a gunfight because of it. Now, if you were some kind of crazy mad lad, you could even put a sniper on like I showed you on the earlier one, and take a quick sniper shot and really rock somebody's world. You can see all the way back into their spawns from there, honestly. At a small angle, but still. And if you really want to go crazy, there's somebody on your radar right down at the bottom there. You could blink up, take a second blink, and land right on top of them, and get a nice shotgun play. Okay, this is our last blink pop-up float for this video. We're going to be on these mid stairs here, and what you're going to want to do is get your little running start, do your pop-up float, and then you can look straight into tunnel. Now you do have this other angle over here on your left, so you got to be careful with that, but if you saw someone on your radar, you wanted to peek down there, you could do another float and peek right down there. Just watch your angles and be ready not to die, because you'll be open. This one's pretty fun, you might not know about it. So, we we have these little balconies here, and you can actually get onto this thing using blink. So if you aim at this corner, take your running start, and blink, you can go right on in here. Usually you can't fly in, but you can blink in there. You can take a long angle. If you had a sniper, you could set up here with a little rift, and just take your time. Now if you want to get out, you're going to use that same exact corner, take your little running start, and blink right through that little opening, and you're out. So pretty simple. Now I want to emphasize using your radar for a while. If you're using your radar, you can see right over this arch and see if somebody's right in front of you. You can know if you can go for a very spicy shotgun or fusion rifle, whatever your close range rifle may be, play. Same thing with this arch, you can blink right over it if you're looking at your radar well enough, and go and get them. Our next spot is going to be focusing on this little box right here. Now people love to sit down here. They'll take out their sniper or their pulse rifle and they'll just aim up towards tunnel or down towards the big arch down there or to B flag, whatever it may be. So we want to use this as cover and we're going to attack those people. If they're not looking at their radar, they're too focused aiming down sights, we're going to fly right over this box, land on their little heads and clean them up. You can even keep going forward up this ramp right here and take out anybody that may be up here. Next up, we might be standing here sometimes. We want to get to mid. Well, we have a little problem, and that's the architecture. You need to keep an eye on the architecture and look at something like this. There's a little slit here on the right side. Now we want to blink right through that if we want to get to mid. And the same thing going back the other way. Always keep an eye on that. Ceilings are a Blink Warlock's greatest enemy in this game, so you gotta know how to maneuver around them, and just by knowing the architecture of a map is the biggest way you can start doing that. Now this isn't really a blink tip, but it's just a map tip. We have this little food stall here next to C flag, and if you crouch next to this wall and you go right up to it, when you aim down your sight, it's going to take you above the wall with your aim, and as soon as you unaim, it takes you right back below the wall. So it's a really good place to just sit and catch enemies off guard because they don't expect you to be sitting behind this little half wall. This next one is a really nice angle that Blink Warlocks can do that most other classes can't, which is blinking right up here, and that takes you straight up on top of the arch to mid. Now again, this is a great little angle that we can just kind of slide right in. Other classes are going to have to go all the way around to float up there or hunter jump, whatever it may be, but we can just blink straight into this wall and kind of bounce ourselves right on top of the arch and start taking shots. Now outside here, this is a place I really like to take range shots from, but if you use your radar from here, you can look straight in front of you and see enemies on the other side of this little shed, and then blink straight over and land on top of where they are, and just take them out with a nice shotgun or fusion rifle, whatever you may have. If you want to keep going, you can do that as well. You can blink forward, take them out with the right here, and take another blink forward if you'd like to, and those two blinks are going to get you all the way on top of A flag. Now if you want to take out somebody in top tunnel here, come from B flag and just blink straight into the wall here, and then slide. Anybody that's up here, you'll absolutely decimate, and they'll be very surprised that you just flew in. Now this tree right here, I have to tell you, you cannot go over it. I hate this tree. Just fuck this tree. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave me a like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to see more in the future. If you want to see any more Blink map guides, I have a whole playlist full of them, and I'll put that on the end screen here. But thank you for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed. That's all for me today. Have a great day, Guardians.